All right, folks, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be looking at the Adidas Osnova sneakers. And here is what they look like. These are a chunky sneaker design. And so, in my opinion, these are kind of a cross between old school Fila shoes from the 90s and Yeezys, obviously. And so, they do have reflectors here on the back and on the side. And this little area here reflects. And I think there's some reflection in that shoelace portion right here. The loop right here. And then on the tongue, it does say Osnova. And then on the sides, there isn't anything. There's some little plus symbols here and there. And these have Adi Plus cushioning. So I want to start by saying this is a lifestyle shoe. And these came out in spring of 2022. So these are about 2 years old. I got these on clearance. So let me step back a second and say, this is not a shoe channel. I'm not a sneakerhead. I usually buy cheap shoes just so that I can wear that are comfortable or to exercise in. And so these are more for comfort. At work, we close our office on Wednesdays just to do paperwork and stuff. So this is a good walking around shoe. This is definitely a lifestyle shoe. It is not an athletic sneaker. And again, it does have some kind of Yeezy DNA in it, or in them. You can find these at greatly discounted prices now because they are 2 years old. I actually picked these up for like 35 bucks. So that's why I bought them. I'm not usually a chunky shoe kind of guy. I wear a size 13, as you can see. And so these are going to look big on my feet. But it's okay because chunky shoes like Yeezys and other shoes are kind of in. They don't suit me as much just because I'm older than a lot of people who wear those types of shoes. But this is an exception that I choose to make. One other thing to note on these shoes is that they do not have much Adidas branding on them. Like I said, the tongue says Osnova, but you have the Adidas thing symbol on the back. And then you have it on the bottom of the shoe. I don't know if you can see that. And that's about it. I think there's a version that does glow in the dark. That is not this version. These are all gray. So one of the things I liked about these shoes is that the colorway, it will not show dirt as fast, and you can just wipe these down. Also, they are a heavier shoe. I'm not going to weigh them, but I would say these are like a heavier than midweight shoe. Not going to be doing anything running, cutting, anything like that. So like if you went to Orlando on vacation and were walking around, these would be a good shoe. If you're in Vegas walking the strip, something like that, good shoe also in that locale or type situation. These have a true to size fit to me. So like I said, these are a size 13. I do have flat feet and bad arch. So in the toe box, they do kind of scrunch my feet a little bit. That is typical of a lot of shoe brands. Honestly, my favorite shoe brand right now is going to be Allbirds and then Nike. And like I said, I'm a basic Nike guy. Like I like the Nike React cross-training shoe. I used to like Nike Air Maxes, but now I like the Nike Infinity Fly knit too. So that's probably my favorite shoe outside of the Allbirds that I have. And those shoes, even though they don't have a lot of structure and stuff, they don't constrict my feet. I think with these, even though they do pinch my toes in a little bit, the cushion is such that it gives that extra comfort that you can kind of forgive your toes being crunched or smushed a little bit. I will say these are not as pillowy and plush as Hoka shoes, one. And then two, these are not as mushy, cushy as Adidas Boost. So if that's what you're looking for, that's not it. But this is a well-constructed shoe. I think the shoe will last for a long time. People may see these and be like, what are they? Because again, there's not a ton of branding. Some people who are just not in the know might confuse them with some sort of Yeezy, but they're not. To me, you know, they almost look like off-brand Yeezys, but I don't care. I paid $35. Anyway, that's it for the fit. The tongue is comfortable. Like the heel, the lining here is slippery, so you can slide your foot in and out pretty easily. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. But it is super, you know, it's firm. The tongue is firm. It's not like a soft, kind of thin tongue, but, you know, it doesn't rub against the front of my foot or make me feel uncomfortable. the back doesn't rub against my heel and rub it raw. So these are a comfortable fit. I mean, you could wear these for hours on end. As far as like performance goes, hopping back into that, they are not the most stable shoe. So they're going to be more stable than, to me, like a mesh Adidas Boost shoe, because the cushion's going to be mushy, cushy there. And then you're going to have the mesh that's not really holding your feet into place. So these are a little bit more stable if you want that, so you can have better balance and stability if that's what you're looking for. And that's really it. Like, I don't regret buying these shoes. I'm kind of mixing it up. I do like low profile shoes, not with a ton of cushioning, even though I have Boost shoes. You know, this is just to kind of mix things up, and they're cheap. So it was worth the risk. When I tried them on in the store, obviously they were tied together with some kind of security rope, so I couldn't get a good walking feel, but I know my feet well enough. I personally, if I was standing around a lot, would not wear these. When the office is closed, I'm sitting, you know, at a desk. If I was going somewhere where I was going to be walking more than 2 hours, these would not be my first pick, just because they crunch my toes. And I could deal with it, but the older I get, the less I want to deal with that. I'm trying to get away from that. So all in all, yeah, if you can find these for $50 and under, definitely pick them up. There is, again, a white, kind of off-white colorway that definitely is more reflective and glowy at night. These do not glow if light hits them. You know, they will shine and shimmer, which is cool, but these are not glow-in-the-dark shoes. Okay, and one last thing I forgot to mention is construction. These have like a suede upper, which feels really nice. Like I said, these feel well constructed. This side here with the kind of slanted panels or columns kind of looks like K-Swiss a little bit. The bottom is grippy, so like you will not be slipping and sliding on this. It has a decent amount of traction, but again, this is a lifestyle shoe, so it just has grip here. So if you do a lot of like walking and stuff like that for exercise, or just to kind of meditate, this is not going to be the best shoe, because this sole is going to wear down pretty quickly. And I would not buy this shoe if you do not have the bases covered. So you need a Nike Infinity Fly Knit shoe that you can wear as lifestyle exercise shoe. That's a good shoe for all around. And if you're in a business casual environment where you can wear sneakers instead of dress shoes, I'd recommend that over something like this. These are just really chunky and clunky shoes. But you know, if you're looking for something different that's not like streamlined and super athletic or low profile, this will be a good pickup. This is really your jam, and you can't afford Yeezys, yeah, go ahead and pick these up. Don't regret purchasing these for $35. So.